I used to write 2 to 3 pages in my journal and I thought I was doing right. But after doing this for few months on and off, I felt more stuck than ever. And it wasn't until I looked back that what I had written in my journal. Today I'm going to share 5 mistakes that I was making that was keeping me in the same cycle instead of helping me grow. Hi, I'm Haley, and if you're new here, this channel has been evolving lately. What started as a casual lifestyle vlog is becoming something more intentional. I'm on this journey towards sustainable fashion and mindful living, and I want to share real things, the mistakes, the small changes, the lessons that actually make the difference. Because if you are anything like me, you are sabotaging your own growth without even knowing. These are some of the journals that I have started in last few years. Let's start with the mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 is I thought more words means more clarity. I used to fill 2 to 3 pages whenever I used to write in the journal because I thought I was being more thorough. But when I actually read it back, it was just noise. Random thoughts mixed with complaints, mixed with to-do list, mixed with whatever anxiety I was feeling that day. I remember one entry where I wrote 15 minutes straight about feeling overwhelmed. 15 minutes. I never once identified what was making me feel that way. Now I write specific answers to specific questions. What I'm grateful for, few things about my work, relationships, and health. That's it. Quality over quantity. Just like with everything else in life, right? Sometimes less is actually more. Mistake number 2 is I was treating my journal like a performance, like someone is going to grade it. I remember I bought 2 journals in single month. Every time when my handwriting looked messy or I missed a day, I thought, okay, this time I'm going to start fresh and do it perfectly. But you know what? This journaling isn't Instagram perfect. Some days my handwriting is terrible. Some entries are just 2 sentences and sometimes I just miss a date. And still, it's the most helpful thing I do for myself because I stopped for the perfect routine and started with whatever I had. This mindset shift helped me with my approach to mindful living too. I stopped waiting for the perfect zero waste routine or the perfect morning schedule. I just started where I was. Mistake number 3 was probably the most damaging because I was using my journal as a complaint book. Every single entry was about what stressed me out, what went wrong, and what frustrated me. I thought that's what journaling was supposed to be, venting. After 3 months of this, I felt worse, not better, because I was literally training my brain to focus on what was not working in my life. If you are also doing the same, try to follow the 2-to-1 formula. For every problem or challenge, try to write at least 2 things that went well for that day. It sounds simple, but it completely changes how you see your day. Mistake number 4, I had no consistent time for journaling. I used to write whenever I remembered. That means sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the night, or sometimes at the random time of the day. I convinced myself that flexibility was better. But what happened was, if I missed 3 days, I used to catch up with those massive entries, trying so hard to remember what happened in those 3 days. Now, same time, same place, right here. After I get ready, right before I start my work. I don't have to think when to do it, where to sit, or what to use and when to do it. It just happens like brushing my teeth happens. Do I still miss days sometimes? Of course, but having this routine removes the decision fatigue. Most days it just flows naturally. The last mistake was never reading what I wrote. I was treating journaling like throwing my thoughts into a black hole. Write it down, close the book, forget about it. Few months in, I finally read my entries and I was shocked. I was making the same mistakes, having the same worries, stuck in the same exit pattern. Because I never looked back to see at the cycles I was creating. Now I do a 10-minute review every Sunday. I read through the entries and I notice the pattern. I also have specific prompts dedicated to the weekly routine, what keeps coming up, what I'm grateful for repeatedly, what challenges keep showing up. These changes didn't happen overnight. Just like in my sustainability journey, it's about small steps and consistency. My journal now feels like a friend, not a chore. And that clarity helps me make better decisions about everything. How I organize my space, what I choose to keep in my life, and how I spend my mornings. Because here's what I've learned. The same principles apply everywhere. Start small, be consistent. Focus on what works for your actual life, not what looks good on Instagram. I would love to know, are you making any of these mistakes, or what's stopping you to start journaling? Or what one small change that you're working on? It could be journaling or organizing differently or just being consistent with what you already do. Drop a comment below and let's support each other, because these small changes matter more than we think. If this resonated with you, please consider subscribing. And if you are new here, I am sharing content about mindful living and sustainable fashion. Thanks for spending your time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.